Good. A little bit more turn out of your right hip. There you go. Swing. Really good. You started out the day by saying that you early extend, okay? There's no early extension. Now, I could believe there could be some loft delivery issues, you know, but the main thing that I see with you is you get in here and you drive this pelvis forward and you tilt back. Now, with the way your backswing is working, you get in here and you start your backswing by moving your hands away and rolling the club head behind you. High handicappers who do that are generally really steep and over the top, right? You compensate out of that position by one, having a short backswing, okay? The shorter the backswing, generally the more you can get away with that position. So you roll it here, go here, and you're pretty short, not a lot of turn. And then as you pivot through to keep the club, and that's another important thing, there's not a whole lot of body turn, okay? Now, to keep that club from getting into a bad position, you tilt back and drive the hips forward, okay? The problem is, if you were to offset that, say this is the golf ball here, right? And you were to offset that tilt and get the head and the arm centered over the golf ball, you can still keep connection. There's been a lot of great players who have played like that. But when you put that tilt on, you don't drive far enough forward and you hang back, you've moved low point forward. And you mentioned to me that low point was an issue, right? Yeah. Yeah, so if low point is an issue.
I try to do the roll the ball back. I try to get here, but naturally, I feel strong back in here.
There's nothing wrong with how the club's coming down. It would be better if you could do that in a more functional way, right? And now I've always been a proponent of, you know, piece by piece drills, which we'll do first, and then some blocking drills, okay? So a piece by piece drill is, we're gonna just sit here, feel the body, turn back to P2, right? Boom, that's a little short of it. We're gonna say P1.5, right? Towards the butt of the club on the hip here. Just turn to here, boom. See how my chest is just doing all the work in that position?
My chest,
yeah.
Tie over your thigh. I try to get a little bit more.
Sure. Another thing you can do, you can hook the lead arm here. See how I have that underneath? Okay. I can hook that, keep it there, and just turn back to that position. That's really going to force the chest to do the work early, okay? Once I develop that feel, I'm here, then I can start with the hinge up, okay? With your swing, just to recap it, we talked about how through impact, there's definitely a little bit of hand movement away from the body, and there's a lot of disconnection there, okay? There's some bump with the hips, and there's a lot of tilt back out of the chest, all right? Now, in my opinion, you get to this position because of what you do in your backswing, okay? Now, you move significantly off of it, so your hips are bumping back, your knee stays really flexed, and actually that right knee rolls out in your backswing for you. You get to the top of your back here, and then you try and bump the hips back forward. When you're working through impact, your chest is staying back here, okay? It's not centered. So I think the easiest fix for a player, through years of doing this, is just to get you more centered in your backswing, to give you a movement where you don't have to change all that much in your downswing, okay? Okay? Now just feel your chest takes it back to your hip. There you go, great. See how that club face stays under control there? Perfect, do it again. No roll. Okay, stay there. Put your hand back on the club. Oh, there. Now, take it up to the top of your backswing. See how you get more turn when you do that too? See that hip really cranks?
Power V, but then I find myself, I shortened up back in the day because I could control. I just was trying to just work on it.
You can still be short. That doesn't, I don't mind a short backswing as long as we use the ground for power and we start creating speed. Turn it back to there, put the hand back on, crank your hip. That's still a very short backswing, right? Your hands aren't even above your shoulders, okay? You're just getting more turn, okay? Remember, more turn's gonna naturally get the club working out without manipulation. I don't want this knee going out and I don't want this hip going here. The first thing I want you to feel is that the right leg is going to slightly extend and push your hip up and back. So, boom, that starts the chain of turn, right? If my pelvis doesn't move out here, it's gonna be easier for me to keep my chest over the golf ball, right? I start out with some forward bend, I start turning that, then I feel some extension of my spine, and lo and behold, look at me, I'm dead center over that golf ball, right? There has been no problematic movement in my golf swing at all to get to that position. Does that make sense? Okay, so the backswing looks better when you're doing it at speed, but I'm still noticing that you're getting in here and rolling everything away slightly, okay? So set up for me. We want to get that perfect, but I want to start talking about some downswing stuff too, okay? So when you go back, boom, you're getting back there, but you're still really working into this tilt, okay? We have to work how our body feels. So scoot back by that camera real quick and let me borrow your club. I want you to feel in your downswing that the first thing you're going to feel is that this lead shoulder is going to tilt slightly down to the golf ball, okay? I want you to feel like that it's going to drive down. You are so far underplaying, I have no fear of you getting over the top, okay? You would have to overdo that more than I possibly think you're capable of to get into an over-the-top position, right? We want to get that club slightly more out in front of you. So the feel is going to be up and turned. If we can get rid of that out roll, you're in a good position here, big turn, and then feel that the left shoulder is going to lead the downswing in the beginning, right? You're eventually going to go into that tilt, okay? But that tilt is not bad. It's all about sequencing, right? If I start and immediately go back here, now I'm stuck behind the golf ball, right? If I get around and then go into that tilt, well, everything's pretty level. I look like a pretty good player and I can just clear out of the way. Does that make sense? Good. I'm going to grab your hip. 3, 2, 1, start going back. Beautiful. Keep turning. Beautiful. See how you're centered here?
Yeah.
Now, see how that knee's gone out? Right there. Just keep it slightly unlocked. Now, I'm going to let this get back here. Now tilt to the golf ball.
Oh.
Feel that position right there?
That feels
weird. 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 That's good. See how you want to come back this way?
Yeah.
Whoop. Keep it underneath
so
you.
which way is it?
It's going to stay centered. It's not going to turn either way.
It's almost
Okay.
forward.
So this, you're going to feel that your lead hip is moving back
Yeah.
and your right hip is moving forward and up. There's going to be some extension there in your pelvis. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Your pelvis is moving up. Start over again. This hip going back, right hip going up. Beautiful. See how centered you are there?
Yeah.
Width. Width is something we're going to talk about at length in a little while. Give me that good backswing. Closer. You still went forward a little bit. Get everything up and back. Feel like that belt buckle is going to move behind the golf ball, but inside that trail shoe. That can be a great feel for you. No, no, that went in front of the golf ball. Behind the golf ball, inside the shoe. Close. Do it again. I'll grab you. We're going to get it. 3, 2, 1, come back. See how that's easy right there? It's just turning this. Make sure this knee extends a little bit. Start over. Extend that knee, turn back. Beautiful, real easy. So when you're looking at the overall construct of a golf swing, right? And you look at good rotational players, right? I like rotation. I don't think it's a requirement. It's not a law. You don't have to have a lot of rotation. Vertical shafted players are going to be more vertical here. Shallower players are going to be more open. There's no laws. But if you look at people who have some element of rotation in their golf swing, you will notice that all of them, when they start their downswing, the lead side of the pelvis is lower than the trail side, okay? You are getting in here and you are starting to flex that out so much that they're level from the jump, okay? That creates a whole bunch of issues where you're going to want to tilt, do a whole bunch of things. If you're getting forward from here, boom, boom, but you have to make sure that leg is extended more up in the backswing in order to be able to start that rotational process, right? You can't get in here and flex that at any point. So I'm going to have you give me freezers. I'm going to have you make a good backswing, stop, and then feel like you're down and around. Good. A little bit more turn out of your right hip. There you go. Swing. Really good. Really good.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Thanks a lot, you guys.